again, Nana challenge, Nani going behind. Nana drinking white one, Nani drinking wine. Again, Nana challenge, Nani going behind. Nana drinking white one, Nani drinking wine. Nana riding bicycle, and Nani ringing bell. Nani lock the handle, they fall inside a well. Me Nana so damn careless, he kept Nani drunk. As he jump in the bank, boy, he hold on to white one. Again, Nana challenge, Nani going behind. Nana drinking white one, Nani drinking wine. Oh, love in my heart, rum in my veins. I so love my rum. Bring an next bottle again. I so love my rum. Bring an next bottle again. Love in my heart, rum in my veins. I so love my rum. Bring an next bottle again. I so love my rum. Bring an next bottle again.
Yo, Ravi B, tell them we a drinker, whether spring, summer, fall or winter. Yo, and if you don't believe me, just go and take a look on the Insta, and you will see beer yak on the IG. And when me drink out our road, let many see. Yo, when you see me and Ravi in a party, we give the people the energy. How you feeling? Intoxicated, still every buckle pop me taste it. So me big up every factory make it, and we don't really care who hate it, no.
They say I'm like a woman, that's not good for me. But woman is the best thing my eyes ever see. You could say what you want, you could be a hitter. When the fox can get the grip, did they say it's a what? Love in my heart, rum in my veins. I so love my rum. Bring an next bottle again. I so love my rum. Bring an next bottle again. Yo, headshot and pass it till it's done. Take a headshot and pass it till it's done. Take a real shot and pass it when you're done. Take a headshot and pass it till it's done. Over somebody, think about you first than anybody. Working so hard to make ends meet. Just take a deep breath and you will be free. I am so happy, I have nobody. I have wings to fly, so don't worry about me.
Umbrella can't stop the rain, but can make you stand in the rain. Confidence may not bring you success, but give us a purpose to face any challenges in life. Behrouz Shah, Welcome to Get Real with Shameeza. I'm your host, Shameeza Ali, and I'm truly honored to be here with you this evening. Hope everyone had a relaxing weekend. And so tonight we have an exciting show planned. And so let's get to it. I am excited to introduce you to my co host for tonight, who also happened to be the first musical guest on Get Real with Shameeza. Please welcome my co host, the heartbreaker, Ranjeev Ramdeen. Welcome, Ranjeev.
Hey, what's up? What's up? How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good. Can you hear me clearly? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, we I can hear you clearly.
Awesome, awesome. Hopefully your viewers can. So make sure in the viewer, in your viewership, anybody who's watching or locked on, just give us a thumbs up, making sure that you're
Guys,
hearing both of
instead of
us nice
giving
and
us
clear.
a
Yeah,
thumbs up, give us some love instead.
yeah.
What do you
Show
think,
some love.
Ranjeev?
Show some
Send
love.
us
I'm
some
with it.
hearts if
I'm
you
with it.
can hear me and you can hear Ranjeev. You think that's better,
Yeah,
Ranjeev?
I love it. I love it.
I
I love
Yeah,
it.
love is the answer to almost everything in
Of
life, right?
course,
So
of
guys,
course.
show us some love in the comments if you can hear Ranjeev and I clearly. Ranjeev, we have a very exciting show tonight. Are you excited?
Yes, I'm super excited. And I know you specifically are very excited as well. As
Well, we have a great lineup, right? We
I,
have Dr. Aziz, who is
yes,
a New York best-selling author. He is
yes.
also one of the best practitioner that in the Manhattan and Long Island area. So I'm super excited because it looks like we are about to do some good things.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
How about
I
Ravi B? Did I mention Ravi?
oh no, you
Oh,
didn't.
I see hearts, so I'm excited.
Yes, I am excited too. So the hearts mean that they're hearing us
They're
very
hearing
well
us,
and they're
right?
enjoying exactly what they're seeing. So I'm with it. I'm happy. I'm here. Let's get to it. I know
Perfect. Let's
there's a
not
lot
keep
to
them
talk about
waiting,
tonight.
right?
For sure,
So
definitely.
my first, I want to take this opportunity to thank my sponsors for tonight. Uh, Guys, first of all, I want to for you to take this moment to share this live with your friends and family, anyone that you think can benefit from hearing a doctor speak about ways that we can, move forward with the COVID. If you have friends and family, you should be sharing the live with them right now. Also, while we're doing that, I would like to thank my sponsors for tonight's shows: Ina's Driving School, Navin, Sing Music. And I would also like to thank Ina's Driving School for making this possible. Ina's Driving School is, if we can have a moment here that we can get a message from them.
Enos Driving School offers training for CDL licenses, including tractor trailers, trucks, and school buses. Just think, with a CDL license, you can have access to thousands of driving jobs at large companies such as FedEx, UPS, MTA, or New York Sanitation. Enos Driving School also offers defensive driving courses and training classes for cars and motorcycles, all taught by their college trained instructors who can even schedule your road test appointments. Inquire about other driving and training packages as well. You might even be qualified for their free CDL training, as they are a certified institution with the New York State Workforce One program. Call Enos Driving School today. They've been serving our community for over 10 years.
It's your boy AK on the track with Navin Singh, Maha Studios. You know the vibes.
You are the love of my life. I can't live without you by my side. Baby, our love is true. I need you, please don't leave.
Uh,
All right.
Ina's Eden's Driving School is adding another location at 10524 Cross Bay Boulevard soon. So please look out for that as well, everyone. Um, they have also said to me that they're giving a 10% discount to viewers. If you mention Get Real with Shameeza, you will get 10% discount. So
Awesome.
please call them and get your discount today and get that license or whatever it is that you need for your driving. Get that today. I'm also excited to hear Navin's music also has a new song which he has collaborated with Stephen Ramphal and Dignitary. So I'm excited to hear that song. We'll be
Awesome.
sharing that very soon. And also call my friend Rayad Khan at Allstate Insurance for all your financial insurance need. Mention Get Real with Shamiza for a special price.
Awesome. That's what we say. I mean, you have some brilliant sponsors on here, and Raj is a good friend of mine, very long time friend. So big up to Ina's Driving School. Big up to Navin, very good friend of mine
Yes.
as well. I don't know your Allstate guy, but thank you for being a part of Get Real with Shamiza.
Definitely.
Yep.
Thank you. And thank you to everyone that's locked on right now, that's watching the show. It is truly an honor to be in your presence here tonight. Without further ado, Ranjeev, I do
Yep.
want to introduce my very first guest for tonight, Dr. Michael Aziz. My first guest has been widely published academically and has received numerous awards for his research work. He lectures extensively, both nationally and internationally, and has been featured on radio programs and television shows such as Good Morning America, The Doctors, The View, and The Dr. Oz Show. Please welcome my dear friend, Dr. Michael Aziz. Welcome to
Well,
the show, Dr. Aziz. How are you?
hello, Shameeza. How are you? Thank you very much for having me, and congratulations on your show.
Thank you so much.
Can you hear me
Uh,
okay?
I can hear you
Because I
okay.
had to put on the earpieces here.
Yeah, I have mine too, and it helps me a little bit. So thank you for being here. It is truly an honor to have you here with us. Thank you for taking the time to be here with us. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, as you know, I've been in practice for many years, for 20 years. I'm an internist. I have a multi specialty office,
Mhm.
and our office is in Midtown Manhattan. We are an integrative practice with multiple specialists working. So we deal with all the aspects. It's like a one stop shop for all the patients.
Perfect. Well said there. Now, you, Dr. Aziz, you're considered one of the top physicians to work with, according to me and your patients.
That's sweet
You've
of you.
You have also been practicing for over 20 years. What motivates you every day?
What motivates me every day is, um, being a doctor is about being there for the patients, and what motivates me is my patients. So every day, I have to go and put on a show and like being on stage and being positive for my patients because they need a positive attitude with everything going on, whether it was the pandemic or um, their health, their financial status, with the job situation. So you have to be keeping them positive and have a positive attitude and help them in every aspect in every way I can.
Perfect. So, what I'm hearing you say is that you care about your patients.
I do, and it's very, very hard in this atmosphere with the pandemic and with the insurance and with all the stress of the medical profession at the present time. But patients need us, and it's doctors who are able to help because it's very hard when insurance are working not working on the side of the patients when they have all the stress that the patients are dealing with every day.
Right. I hear you, and I know a lot of people can identify with what you're saying. Now, during the pandemic, many of us were stuck in our home and has put on a few extra pounds. And then there are some of us who are a bit overweight pre-pandemic. Me. You're the author of The Perfect 10 Diet. What can you advise people like me? I'm sorry, people who are in this situation.
I think I read somewhere that the average weight gain. So first of all, you're not overweight. You look great. So let's get that out. Um, but I read somewhere that the average weight gain with the COVID-19 pandemic has been 26 pounds. That's a lot, and it's up to 50 pounds, and that's
Right.
a very that's a lot of weight that's gonna take a lot of time to lose. It's gonna take at least another year to lose that much weight. I think many people during the pandemic neglected their health instead of taking care of their health. And with the stress, they started eating more, and with gyms being closed and so on, just the weight piled up and the lack of activity and working from home and so on. And I think many people just eat because of the stress in general, because food is a stress reliever, and that's a problem. So what's my advice for them? It's my advice is very simple. You have to go back on track. You have to take care of yourself, because if anything the pandemic taught us is health is the most important thing. If you have your health, you have everything. It's more important than the job situation. We've seen people dying. We've seen friends and loved ones die. I've certainly seen many people die from COVID-19. So the number one thing is you have to take care of yourself, because your health is everything. So to get back on track, we have to right away do the right things for ourselves, get back on a balanced diet, staying away from fat diets, low fat and low carb, which mess up the metabolism. Going back to exercise. If your gym is open, go back. If your gym is not open yet, maybe exercise, start walking. The summer is here, and so on.
Right. And they can also get the book, The Perfect 10 Diet, right?
Yes, my book has been there for like 10 years. It was a number one book, but it's
Yeah.
still available on Amazon and many booksellers.
Perfect. So, guys,
Amazing.
if you're clueless about it, you should look into it. It is a perfect 10 diet. I have a personal copy that was autographed by Dr. Michael Aziz a few years ago, and I'm truly honored to have it in my life. And it speaks about hormones and ways that you can definitely, forget about butter and all those things that we were told is bad for you. Read the book, get the book, and you'll be able to look at some ways that is very constructive, and learn about ways that we can get those few pounds off,
Yeah, my
right?
diet is really about balance. So it's a lot of the things we've been told before were wrong. So, low fat diets are not good for us, because low fat diets are high in carbs and sugar spikes insulin. It's a fat storing hormone.
Right.
So, and they lead to weight gain. So, I mean, think of it when if you eat a cookie. So, no one can eat just one cookie, because it spikes insulin and people want more. So, it's the same thing when
Right.
people follow a low fat, whether it's a cookie, whether it's white rice or white bread, people gain weight with the excess carb, with the excess sugar. And with low carb, it's the other way. People lose weight, but they mess up other hormones. So the trick is to follow a balanced diet and to be active all the time and
Perfect.
eating
Thank
natural food.
Natural food
Very
it
nice.
is, guys. You heard it here from um, Dr. Aziz. Natural food. Stay natural, stay real. That's what we're seeing here, right?
Yeah, staying away from, people went from low fat to low carb, and the problem was low carb, that people stay away from sugar, but they eat other chemicals. My diet is about eating clean. So you
Right.
have to stay away from margarine, you have to stay away from nitrites, you have to stay away from artificial sweeteners, you have to stay from fat-free
Mm.
products, and so on. So eat
Perfect.
like your grandma, and the weight will come off.
Yeah. Now, I'm happy that you mentioned pandemic, because during the pandemic, uh, let's discuss COVID. We just talked about how we gained weight during the pandemic and everything. Let's talk COVID-19. What would you say is one of the biggest surprises about the virus?
It's not really the virus that surprised me, because I think many people know a lot about COVID. I think is what surprised me is the fear that we have as doctors. It's like for the first time, you know, as medical professionals, we're afraid now from patients. So I saw many colleagues who were afraid to see patients. In fact, many doctors have retired. I believe that once the country opens up, we're going to have a huge shortage. Many doctors over the age of 50 have retired because, it's just they're fearing for their health and their families. So that's one thing that surprised me. Because we never faced that before. When I was a resident, when I take care of patients, if we entered the room with a patient with meningitis or TB, we were a little fearful, but we were not fearful to the point that we can possibly die. And a lot of doctors and nurses have died from COVID-19. The other thing that surprised me is people think when they go to the hospital that they're going to get the best medical care, but the reality is much of the treatment given in the hospital can be harmful. Many people who go to the hospital short of breath, don't get the right supplements. So we know, for example, that the COVID-19 is can be very severe in people with low vitamin D. And many of us are deficient in vitamin D, which is really not in food, it's from the sunlight. So the hospitals don't give people vitamin D if someone is hospitalized. Many people early on in the pandemic were intubated, and we know now ventilators are not the right way for everyone. There's some people, most people who go on the ventilators die. I think it's about 80% now, it's a little better. So we have a greater understanding. So yeah, I mean, COVID-19 surprised me as regard the medical profession versus the virus itself.
So, to anyone that's listening right now, your advice is, and really what you will tell everyone is get out there, get your sunshine.
No,
You
no,
know,
no, I
it's
didn't say that.
summertime.
You don't want to get skin cancer. I think the best choice to supplement. So, vitamin D for the people who are listening right now and watching us and who
Yeah.
didn't take the vaccine or took the vaccine and they're concerned about their immune system, they have
Mhm.
to supplement their vitamin D because vitamin D has decreased mortality a lot by 90%. So, you have to take vitamin D3 at least 5 to 10,000 units a day. It's a fat soluble vitamin. So, it has to be taken with food that has some fat. So, it has to be taken with eggs and cheese. It has to be taken with your fish oil. It has to be taken with some nuts. You cannot just have your vitamin D with water. So you have to take it with some fat. This way it gets absorbed. And when your vitamin D is optimized, you are able to fight the COVID-19, but also your immune system will be stronger and it will help you fight severe disease if you catch COVID-19. Plus, it has over 2,000 functions in the body.
Perfect. Well said there, Dr. Aziz. So, guys, stock up on those vitamin D's, D3.
A little
Now,
bit of sun is okay, maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes, that's about it.
Okay.
sunblock for
Yeah.
sure. Speaking of vaccination, Dr. Aziz, I believe Ranjeev has some questions that has to do with vaccination.
Yes, yes, I do. Pleasure to meet you, Dr. Aziz. My name is Ranjeev.
Likewise, I hope you got your vaccine.
I did, I did. I was one of the actually the first group in my industry that I work to get the vaccine, and I got the Moderna vaccine.
Very
So,
good.
so I was fortunate enough to get it very early. Um, Questions we have for you, Dr. Aziz. w- what it is that we should know about the vaccine that it's not something that's popular that people talk about, like especially the doctors or so. Is there any less spoken about side effect or anything like that specifically when it comes to the vaccine?
Well, we know that the vaccines are quite safe, but there are some serious side effects for the vaccine. I took the Moderna vaccine, and the first vaccine I took, there was no problem. The
Mm,
second vaccine, I got flu-like symptoms for 48 hours. They were very, very severe. So we know it's not
right,
like taking a hepatitis shot or taking, you know, a flu vaccine. It has some side effects, and that's why I think many people are reluctant to take the vaccine.
right,
So, but if you think of how flu-like symptoms are really nothing compared to somebody who gets COVID, so that tells me if I
right.
got COVID, how sick I would get. Luckily, I was negative for COVID. I stayed negative during the pandemic. But if I
Likewise, yeah.
got COVID, if I just got those severe symptoms just from the vaccine, you would imagine what would I get if I got COVID, and especially that I'm taking care of myself. I was still exercising, I'm eating right, and I'm taking my vitamin D and so on. But some people are reluctant because of all the side effects. You know that there's recent now, for example, the Johnson and Johnson. Now
Right,
there is an FDA um, thing about people. Some people can get Guillain-Barré, which is really paralysis of the muscles and the nerves. It can last
right.
for 6 months. It can be permanent. So that's a serious thing, and
Mhm.
people have the right to be worried about those side effects.
No, I agree. The worry is there. I've had a lot of friends, personal friends and family, who's very skeptical about taking it. Again, I took the Moderna as well, and my first shot, I just had a little bit of soreness, but my second shot, I had headaches for like 4 days straight. I was like literally bedridden with headaches, and not everybody experienced that. A lot of people was like, "Oh no, I'm fine," but the hospitalizations and the deaths, like the reports after vaccine, you know what you think, what in your opinion you think may have caused that?
I'm sorry, I didn't get your question. What do you mean by that?
So So there was a lot of hospitalizations and deaths due to well, after someone got the vaccine. Um, there was a lot of speculation that it was the vaccine that caused the death. Um, and again, we don't know that for sure. It may or may not have. Um, is there does the patient have to have a specific group of underlying issues that would cause death and hospitalization after vaccine?
I would say the vaccines are quite safe. I mean, they're of course they have side effects, and there's some people who died from the vaccine. But I
Gotcha.
would say that the vaccines have been very, very effective, especially the vaccines that we've taken here in the United States, Pfizer, Moderna, in preventing COVID-19, and they decrease hospitalization dramatically. I mean, I get an
I agree.
email from Andrew Cuomo every day, and you see the numbers of infection and positivity in New York
Hmm.
from being very high. It went down to less than 0.7%, 0.8%. The hospitalizations are down. Are some people hospitalized after getting the shot? Yes. These are called breakthrough cases
Hmm.
because the vaccines are not 100%. It's like someone getting the flu shot and they still get the flu because the flu shot could be from 20 to 70%. So the COVID-19 vaccine are 95% effective. It
Got it.
means there are 5% of people can still get infected.
Uh,
But if they get infected, they will get less of a severe case. They
got it.
won't require intubation or a ventilator. So they're not 100%. And then sometimes people get, like my mom, for example, she got COVID after getting one shot. So if she
Mm,
didn't get the first shot, she would have probably died. So again, people can be hospitalized after one shot.
right.
They have to finish the two shots. Some people can get hospitalized if they get the vaccine. If they got the vaccine maybe 3 days ago, it will take 2 weeks to 3 weeks to mount the immunity and for someone to be immune. So if you just got the shot yesterday, you're not going to be protected. Took it Tuesday, you'll be protected on Wednesday. It will take 2 weeks.
Right.
And then the other possibility is that some people have a lower immune system. I know a colleague who is taking immunosuppressive drugs and she took the Pfizer vaccine. And despite taking two vaccines, she got sick with COVID because her immune system is compromised. So she didn't really mount an immune response to be immune. And then we have also now the greatest concern is the Delta variant, which is another strain of the vaccine
Mhm.
that people can still get infected after getting the vaccine, but they may not get as seriously ill. So there's a variety of reasons people can go to the hospital after getting vaccine. Either they haven't finished the vaccination, or they took the vaccine recently, or they got infected with a strain, was a new strain.
Got it.
Perfect.
Got it.
Thank you, Ranjeev,
You're welcome.
for your questions. Dr. Aziz, I'm happy that you mentioned the word Delta variant. According to the CDC, the Delta variant can spread more easily and people may be more contagious if they contract the virus. Can you elaborate a little bit on this?
Yeah, the Delta variant started in England, but now it's in the United States, and it's more. I mean, there are many variants for the Delta for the COVID vaccine. To explain to your viewers, you have the Alpha, you have the Beta, you have the Delta, you have the Gamma, and now we have the Lambda in South America. So the Delta is a strain right now that is spreading in many places and many states, and it is more transmissible, so it's easier to get it acquired, and people get infected with it. It can lead to more severe disease because the virus is changing, is trying to escape our treatment and our vaccine. But the good news that the Pfizer and Moderna vaccine and the vaccines that are given to us here have been protective against the Delta variant. So if you are vaccinated, you will be protected from getting severe disease with the Delta variation.
Mm,
Great. So you heard it here from Dr. Michael Aziz. If you're vaccinated, you're a little bit better off. Is that correct, Dr. Aziz?
Yes, you're less likely. So if you get, so I still wear a mask, even though now it's not required, except in like public transportation. But if you get, you can still get infected with the Delta variant or another COVID strain after getting the vaccine. So you will get more likely symptoms like a mild cold, the nasal
mm.
stuffiness, mild fever, but you're less likely to go to the emergency room and being hospitalized with shortness of breath and being intubated or being on a respirator.
Dr. Aziz, I do have a question from one of our viewers. The viewer is asking, uh, have you seen a correlation between heart attacks and COVID-19?
COVID-19 really, so there is a myth. People think that COVID-19 only infects the lungs. So people get COVID-19 and it damages the lungs. But really, the virus infects all the cells, it damages all the body. So it does damage the heart. It doesn't cause heart attack, but it does cause inflammation of the muscle of the heart, which is called myocarditis, and that can lead to heart failure. There's a German study that showed that 80% of the people who got infected with COVID 19 had heart damage, 70 to 80%, and their troponin enzymes were high. So they had muscle damage of the heart, which can lead to heart failure, but it doesn't lead to heart attack. But the other thing that the COVID 19 does is thromboembolic effects. It does predispose people to clots. You've heard it before of now one of the regimens they do to people in the hospital is COVID-19. They give them blood thinners. So people are predisposed to get clots in their legs, which can travel to the lung and give them a pulmonary embolus, which can be fatal. So we've seen patients who had like a clot in their leg. 4 months they got infected, and 4 months later they got a clot in their leg, and then it goes to their lungs and they die. So it does happen, but it doesn't cause heart attack, but it does cause myocarditis and thromboembolic, especially for people who have a pre-existing condition. So people have to take a blood thinner or an aspirin after COVID-19 infection for a while.
Oh,
Wow.
that's great information that I think a lot of us were not aware of.
Yeah, definitely
Ranjeev, were
didn't
you aware
know.
of that?
I definitely didn't know about the blood thinner after COVID infection.
COVID-19.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
give
well,
people now either Coumadin or aspirin, and you have to take it for a number of months
Oh,
till because
gosh.
it does
Right.
affect the venous system.
Oh, okay.
no, Dr. Aziz, I know you have to run, but before you go, what is the best advice about taking care of your overall health during this troubling times? I know you've given us some specifics, but if there's one thing that you had to choose to advise anyone out there, what would you say it is?
Like I said before, Shameeza, I think the pandemic has caused people to neglect their health. I've seen patients now not coming to the doctor. I thought they moved, and much of the time they just haven't been to a doctor. So they neglected taking their vaccines. They don't take their flu shot. They gain weight. They're eating poorly. They're not exercising, and they just left everything behind just for COVID-19. So my advice is you have to get back on track because your health is the most important. Get back to your eating the right diet, balanced diet, eating natural food, go back to exercise, boost your immune system, take your vitamin D, still take the vaccine if you haven't taken it, and just be careful outside.
Wow. Perfectly said there, Dr. Aziz. How can we contact you for appointments?
I have a website, Michael Aziz MD, so people can go to the website and they'll check my website, the services we offer, and the phone number.
So if you're looking to lose that few extra pounds that you gained during COVID, or if you are looking to get better health, look at your overall health a little bit better, you can contact Dr. Michael Aziz. And Dr. Aziz, it was truly a pleasure to have you here this evening.
Definitely.
I am, you have shared with us a wealth of knowledge, and sure, everything that you shared here is much appreciated. Thank you for being here. Keep up the amazing work that you've been doing, and I'm super proud of you.
Thank you very much for having me, and have a wonderful night.
Nice
Take
to meet
care.
you, sir.
Wow, Ranjeev.
A lot of info there.
A lot of info there. We did have to get it all in there because all
Yeah.
of our guests are super busy, limited
Yes.
time. So if you have questions, please contact Dr. Aziz. Ranjeev, are you available for questions?
I will take the question, sure.
Sure.
I will Google the answer because I'm a Google doctor.
Perfect. We will take a minute at this point, guys, to thank our sponsors for making this possible here tonight. So before we get into our guest, our musical guest of the night, let's take this moment to really thank our sponsors, Ina's Driving School, Navin Music, and also Riyadh Khan from Allstate Insurance.
Can we say hello?
Enos Driving School offers training for CDL licenses, including tractor trailers, trucks, and school buses. Just think, with a CDL license, you can have access to thousands of driving jobs at large companies such as FedEx, UPS, MTA, or New York Sanitation. Enos Driving School also offers defensive driving courses and training classes for cars and motorcycles, all taught by their college-trained instructors who can even schedule your road test appointments. Inquire about other driving and training packages as well. You might even be qualified for their free CDL training, as they are a certified institution with the New York State Workforce One program. Call Enos Driving School today. They've been serving our community for over 10 years.
It's your boy AK on the track with Navin Singh, Maha Studios. You know the vibes.
You are the love of my life, I can't live without you by my side. Baby, our love is true. I need you, please don't leave.
Again, guys, please mention Get Real with Shameeza for a special discount and also for a special price. Ranjeev, I know you were trying to say something before we went to our sponsors.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I was gonna say hi to some of your viewers who was on because I'm seeing a lot of familiar names on here.
Yes.
Big up to Dio, who is actually my cousin. Big up to Randy, who's my cousin as well. Sherry Mohammed, all these people here. Kishore Wizzy Ramdad, who's a big music producer in Trinidad. So
Perfect.
we have a lot of new faces on Get Real with Shameeza tonight. So
We
I'm
definitely
excited.
do. I see Sabrina that's joining us from Guyana. I see my very dear friend Tausif, and Navin Singh is here with us.
Yes.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us and for
Awesome.
being here with us tonight, taking the time for being here with us. Without further ado, Ranjeev, this is a moment that a lot of people has been waiting for.
Most definitely. I think it's always an exciting deal when this individual is on any type of live, or you're getting a chance to actually meet him and find out who he is. So I'm looking forward to it.
Perfect. So let me get to my introduction. So my musical guest is considered one of the most talented and hardworking artists in his arena. He started his singing career at the age of 13. At the age of 25, he was also already the lead vocalist, music director, producer, and organizer for his band Karma. He has received many awards. He has received the Best Male Chutney Soca Artist and Chutney Song of the Year at the 2015 International Soca Awards in New York City. He was also voted the Best New Artist in the year 2003, and he received the awards for Best Bajans Album in 2005. Chutney Male Artist of the Year 2015, Best Chutney Soca Song of 2015, and Chutney Band of the Year 2010 to 2015 at the International Soca Awards 2015. He was also nominated for Best Chutney Soca Artist in the National Reggae Awards 2015. He was also a finalist in the Mastana Bahar and Chutney Soca Monarch competition in 2010, becoming the youngest person to ever won the CSM title. He was a Chutney Soca Monarch 2015 and Traditional Chutney Soca Monarch 2015. 3 titles that again makes him the youngest to hold 3 titles. Please welcome Ravi B. Welcome to Get Real with Shameeza, Ravi.
Hey guys, what's up? Shameeza, it's a pleasure. Ranjeev, was the
You,
scene? Everything
what's
cool?
up, brother?
Ravi, did I miss anything there?
Well, I think you said a lot.
Yes,
That was quite an introduction. Thank you very
yes.
much. I appreciate it. Though.
Long
I'm not blushing.
resume.
But at some point, I was blushing in there.
Oh, can you give us the look of what you looked like when you were blushing?
I was like,
Oh. Well, I'm happy that you blush because these are all truly deserved and it was all things that you accomplished, right?
yes.
Now, that's
Thank
quite
you.
a list of accomplishments, Ravi. Which of these titles would you say is dearest to you?
Wow. I mean, all of them are so dear to me because we as artists we work so hard, and it's really nice when an organization come together and do something like an award ceremony to celebrate the artists. So I
Right.
really appreciate all my awards and titles. But one of my favorite ones would be my first Chutney Soka
Mhm.
Monarch title. It's very special to me because that year in particular was very, very hard. um, it was the second year of texting,
Oh,
and then there was so much hits in the finals that it had like Barman, uh, Indrani, I think Ki had Nadia, um, Rikram had I should have never ever, Hunter had Punchin, and Soka Elvis had one of my favorites that was Ramdo Badama, and
Good tune.
I was like, oh my god, anybody could win this title because it's voting, so it's not really technically based on what the judges had to say. So it was
right.
it was really special to me when I came out on top that night. I wasn't even expecting it. I was like, oh shucks, I win. It was really, really special also because it was my first entry into being a crown holder, so to speak, a title holder, going into Carnival and seeing at the radio stations and TV stations. I remembered Sunday morning, bright and early, Monday morning, bright and early after that competition. TV6 and CNC3 came to my home and they wanted to do like a special interview, and I was like, "Wait, all this for me? What really going on?" So from there, I really started to build and build and build, and it's one of the titles I will always remember.
Mm.
Do you remember what year that was?
2010.
2010.
Mhm.
Wow. You've been around for a while, dear Ravi.
Yeah, I kind of old now.
No,
Don't say that.
we don't use the word old.
Oh yes, yes.
Well
Okay.
seasoned.
Well,
Well, oh, I like
well,
that. I like that,
Well
Ranjeev. I like
seasoned.
that.
well seasoned is the word that
Yeah.
we use here. So
Mhm.
well seasoned. Ranjeev, do you have something that you want to ask Ravi
Uh,
at this point?
Nothing in particular. Ravi, um,
I have no idea what Ranjeev can ask me because Ranjeev
I
know
know,
me
no,
much.
pretty much no. We
Okay.
myself and Ravi, we have a long family history. Our families knew each other before we even knew each other. My mom,
Oh,
Esther John,
Mhm.
and his father and his uncle with the Diram Prasad Indian Orchestra. They jammed together for so many years,
Yeah.
and we met as teenagers. Well, as young teenagers.
Hmm.
This,
Singing all over the place.
yes, grabbing the mic as when we could and just
Ranjeev, that was the days when we used to
oh
get like
man,
one song to sing for the whole night.
bro, one song, my one song was Yeki Ahua. That is it. You sing that and come
oh,
out.
And I
Yeah,
think I think my one song would have been Musu Musu Hasi. You
yeah,
oh,
Musu Musu
yes,
Hasi do. And I would sing
big.
that all over the place. Eh?
Yeah. I mean, there was one song we mastered. One song we had to master. But Rav, I mean, through the years, you've grown to be the phenomenal artist that you are today, the
Thank
busy artist that you are today. Because to get in touch with you, I think I could call Biden and catch him, and I can't get you.
Rajiv,
Honestly,
every single person I talk to would just be like, Ravi, why don't answer your phone, boy?
bro.
Why don't check your WhatsApp, boy? I don't know.
But
I just think,
but
I don't know.
how do you manage? How have you adapted to being so busy? And do you get any sleep, bro?
Yeah. Especially being up here in New York for the last 2 months,
Right,
I've been getting a lot of rest. I mean, actually, since COVID has started,
right.
I've been getting a lot of body rest, and
Good.
it felt really good. Like even from day one. I mean, I know a lot of people um had a change of life
Right.
during this entire pandemic. I learned to cook and thing, and I thought I would never be able to do things like that. But I always wanted to be like a phenomenal fan of Netflix and all these
Right.
platforms that is available now, and maybe I've been getting a lot of body response, to be honest. Yeah.
Well, that's good. So,
Nice.
we say 2019 BC, which is 2019 before COVID, right? Because it's no longer before Christ; it's before COVID now.
Before COVID.
So 2019 BC, you were super busy. You were traveling every weekend. You were touring. You were in probably every country in this world. Um, you you had a chance now to. It went from 1,000 miles an hour to zero, to just stagnant. How did you adapt between 2019 and 2020? What was your thought process? What's your thought process about your future, about the future of the band, and all of that?
Mm. Well, I think I was one of the lucky ones
Right.
when COVID-19 actually hit us, like boom. I was we were in I well I was in Fort Lauderdale,
Hmm.
and because we had a show on the weekend, the Gunga Ghana event, and usually I would always fly up like a few days before, and I remember it was the Wednesday, and then Thursday they started announcing that the state of Florida and the mayor wanted to shut down specific areas, and then people started to call and say they want their money back for the tickets and everything like that. And we had a discussion with Triple S Entertainment
Right.
that we are going to postpone the show because we have to put the fans first,
Right.
and while we were discussing that situation, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago made the announcement that he closing the border on Sunday.
Wow.
And this Friday, right? So, my mom called, my manager called, and she's like, "Yo, well, you have to organize to come home." And I was like, "Here, I know finish Carnival, right? Right after Carnival, we left. We went to New York on the 29th of February, and right after the 29th, I went to Miami, and I need a break. So I sure this whole pandemic thing will be over like in 3-4 weeks, right? So just give me a little time, and I'm gonna stay up here and." That 3-4 weeks turned into 7 months.
I did notice that you were there at the beginning of the pandemic for quite some time. So I thought you move. I say, well, okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Ravi in the US now.
Yeah. So from there now, that was the time I took the opportunity to really gather my thoughts and try to do different things. And as you said, I started to question myself. Okay, so what we gonna do with Karma? And I had to have several meetings with the band members and put things into place to keep the band alive.
Right.
Also, I have one of the most incredible groups, and they're so understanding, and I think they're really up to today. The band is presently all together, and we are ready to roll, so to speak.
Gotcha.
So I must say I'm happy for Karma having such a
Strong
cool
team, yeah.
a cool relationship, a family relationship with my band members. So that worked out really good. And during that time, I really started to gather my thoughts on doing projects through music that I always wanted to do, but I wouldn't get to do because I have to be focused on the other songs, the party songs that will relate to the events that I have coming up.
Gotcha.
And some of those songs would be like the happy birthday song. I always wanted to do a happy birthday song, but how am I doing a happy birthday song in the middle of Carnival, also to speak, right? And then the wedding song as well is the Sundar Popo medley is something I wanted to do like about 9 years now. I never get to do it, right? So all these other things that I had the opportunity of doing, and then I spent a lot of time focusing on different types of music, listening to different types of music. I started reading a lot as well. It's something I didn't, we don't really get the opportunity to read, and
besides like a passport book or your flight information, so where you're going, right?
Yeah, like I always wanted to educate myself about so much different things. Surprisingly enough, like YouTube and all, like I would spend like 2-3 hours on YouTube just watching and learning different things. I learned, like I said, I learned to cook too. So like it was a nice process. The entire COVID season, and of course we were all so desperate to find out what's going on with the COVID situation and how to fight it and how to get around it and how to actually live the life. And then TikTok came along as well, and that was kind of
Oh,
entertaining, you know.
Yeah.
I was,
you're
you know,
you're very
as you all know,
active on
I had
TikTok.
a good time on TikTok.
Oh, you had a
Yes,
blast. You had a blast. And I think everywhere you go, you posted a TikTok. But
Ranjeev, he still has a blast.
of
Yeah,
course,
yeah. TikTok is like it's like my thing. I always wanted to be an actor, you know. So like that's like
yeah,
my little platform there to present myself as an actor and
gotcha.
try to improve as much as I can.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean,
So,
you do well. You have a ton of followers on there, so
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Happy for that too, man. Okay, when I started TikTok, everybody was like, "Ravi, come off of TikTok. What you doing?"
I saw that too.
Yeah, so that was cool scene. It's a cool scene.
Ravi, all I heard from what you just said was you learn how to cook, and I heard music. So, speaking of music, you have certainly made a huge impact during COVID with your music. Who
Mhm.
who has been or what has been your motivation over the years? Because it
Oh
felt like
wow,
recently you just released so much music.
yeah. My motivation, honestly, comes from wow, it's a lot of things actually. It's first and foremost, it's my parents. You know, like my dad always wanted me to become something great in music, and that is why that is one of the things that really motivates me up to
Mhm.
present times. My mom as well, you know, she's always there. I always like to see that little smile on her face when I release a video. And she's like, oh,
Mhm.
and then all my cousins and all my aunties will message her like, oh, it come out so good and whatnot. Like, so I live for that very simple moment. My family, you know, Arnold, Nisha, we have all been together for a very long time since we formed Karma. And a lot of people, you know, actually, one of the things that really motivates me is that a lot of people didn't believe in us when we came out as Karma and what we wanted to do, because we wanted to evolutionize the whole entire industry, and we couldn't do it with our former band, my uncle's band, the Rampersad Indian Art Orchestra, because it was a Bollywood band and we didn't really want to interfere with the brand and the signature. So we
Yes.
wanted to form something totally different where we introduced Jamaican music to Bollywood and
Mhm.
do we chapney and we soca and venture into different categories of things. And a lot of people told us we were going to fail. So up to it's 17 to 18 years later, I'm happy to report that, you know, like we are still here and we are continuing the mission of what we set out to do, and that's one of the things that motivates me. What also really motivates me would be the lovers of our industry and our music. You know, I always love the opportunity to have a platform to present music at the best of our ability, and that is what we strive on. We always try to improve our music and always try to get better at it and represent our country, our the Caribbean, and to put our music, chutney soca, and of course iPop on the map. That is basically my motivation. And yeah, and I like to travel plenty and see the world and eat all kind of food and thing. And that is like a
Oh,
perk with being an artist. Ranjeev will know what I'm talking about. So yeah, all that too.
Shameeza,
definitely, definitely.
Shameeza,
Yes.
you see what the coincidence, I should say the similarity with everyone that you've met so far in the musical world. What the similarity is food.
Yes,
Yeah,
Everybody like to
definitely.
eat.
of course, I love food, food and coffee.
We have Naval last week, and Naval was telling us about
How much food he loves.
he was asking me, he had one question for me, and it had to do with what did I cook for the day. So
Yeah,
definitely food is one of those things that you guys have in common. But
yeah.
I have selective hearing, Ravi. So what I heard was music, 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 and you
Mhm.
also care a whole lot about the people and your family that's there, has been there for you.
Yes.
My next question to you is, your most recent song, the
Mhm.
wedding dinner medley, is a Bollywood mashup, which is
Mm.
very different from your typical genre of music. What
Yes.
was the inspiration behind this song?
Okay, so the inspiration came first and foremostly from my manager. Um, she's also one of my motivations. She she's
Big
the
up
person that
Vanita.
really yeah,
Shout out to
Vinita.
her.
She's usually the person that will together with Nisha and Anil and will always come to me with the ideas and
Mhm.
you know, because I am so focused on music. Like there are things happening all around us. Like I didn't even know what TikTok was until Vinita introduced me to it. In terms of social media and every time platforms are growing and whatnot. Remember, it's very hard for artists to stay up to date with all these things. So it's very good when you have a team around you that can help you. And Vinita brought this idea to me that why don't do a Bollywood mashup? Like, everybody knows you for the party songs and the fetes and whatnot, but they don't know the Bollywood side of you, which you started off your career with. Like I started off singing bhajans and then evolved into Bollywood music because of Kumar Sanu. I started to sing Bollywood, and then that is when we ventured into chutney soca, when we realized that we could make something with this industry, because Bollywood don't really belong to us. It belongs to India.
Right.
And I'm the kind of person that really wants to represent the Caribbean, and we can't do it really with Bollywood. So that is how we ventured into soca and chutney. But I got the idea from her, and then I kind of rested now because I was so focused on other things and whatnot. And then we came back up with the idea again when I decided to do the wedding album, which is a whole story by itself again. But I will say something quickly. When I did the wedding party, it inspired me to do a wedding album, because when you really look at the industry, there isn't much wedding songs, so to speak.
Right.
The last wedding song I know is Jani Wale Dulahin by Rakesh Shankaran. And I think Adish Samaru has a song, Dulaha Coming to Take the Dulahin. And those are the two songs that plays at weddings. So that kind of inspired me to add that to my legacy, and of course the chutney soca industry. So now there can be the wedding party, there could be a slow song, we have the dinner medley, we have the dinner medley 2, which is coming out probably at the end of this week or early next week. And some other tracks as well that will be featured on the album. And that's where the inspiration really came from, and I really wanted to do those tracks, because that is some of my favorite tracks on my playlist on iTunes. And I love those songs, and I really wanted to put it together. And the fact of producing it all on one key, Ranjeev, it kind of really suits. It really comes together when all those tracks are on one key. It just doesn't sound like a DJ putting together different songs
No, of
and
course.
all and whatever. It actually had meaning to it, and that is what I did. What really inspired the track also. I know I'm talking plenty. I like to talk now. Forgive me.
Just know you gotta sing. Talk.
What really inspired the track too is that I really wanted to remind people that there's a Bollywood side of me, and I have a huge passion for it. I look at a lot of Indian movies. By the way, I'm a big fan presently of Alia Bhatt, and everybody would usually know me to love Kajal and Rani Mukherjee, but now I have a huge crush on Alia Bhatt. I know that. Anyway, the point is that I always wanted to do a Bollywood mashup medley like that. And no, I didn't always want to do it. It was always ringing in my ear by my management and everything that is happening. And I just like to be up to date with everything. So that's how the track came along.
Nice.
We're all dying to hear something from that. Do you want to do it now, or are you one of those that have to do like a little warm up and then get ready for it?
Yeah, I could do it. I may sing some wrong words, so
let's try it. In the meantime, before he does try, guys, let's see some love for Ravi and for Ranjeev, who has some upcoming music too. Which, if you send enough love, you'll be able to experience some more information from them both.
Ooh. Tonight is Ravi night. Tonight is Ravi night.
Tonight is Ravi's night.
Hi, Kali Prasad. Oh, you have some really beautiful women on your platform. I should be here more often.
You're more than welcome, man. Big up to Sherbaksh, Kelly Prasad,
Errol,
Tausif.
I see Cher is joining us from Florida.
Yeah.
Good night to all of you guys, and thank you so much for being here. I see a lot of love there, Ranjeev. What do you think?
Yeah, it's
Ravi,
always
what do you
love.
think? It's all about you tonight. What do you think?
Of course, yeah, I appreciate the love, man. I'm seeing a lot of hearts. I like hearts, I love hearts.
Yes, we have Amy joining us from Canada. Thank you so much for being here. We have Amy. You just got a shout out from Ravi.
How are you, Amy?
We had one we had one comment I saw. Somebody's 2-year-old daughter is like, yeah, one of your biggest fans. Uh, I didn't. I kind of missed it just now. Hold on one second.
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, I would love to read that comment because, for these, for the younger ones, our generation, that generation, for the
Yes, I
younger
see
generation
it.
coming up. Yeah, if you can
I
read that,
see
that
it.
would be nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's from Nasifa Farzana Mohammed. And she says, Hi, Ravi, how are you? My
Mhm.
little 2-year-old daughter, Samia, is your biggest fan.
Hey, Samia, what's
Oh,
up?
there it is. Good
Yeah,
night
man,
to you,
Awesome.
appreciate it.
Samia.
Yeah, I like the fact that the 2-year-olds and the 3-year-olds and the 4-year-olds could still love our music because
Yes.
for a time being there, Rav, it was like, I hope
Mhm.
we don't lose it. I hope we don't lose it. And we're grabbing onto it tight. But
Yeah.
but I could see that it's coming around, and when you do music like you do as well,
Mhm.
it tends to wake up back to love that was kind of dormant for a while. And we all appreciate it, man. From one artist to another, from a brother to a brother. We appreciate what you do for our industry as well.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Thank
Noted,
you,
and
Ravi.
of course, Ranjeev, what you bring to the industry as well
thank you.
is very notable, and continue keep up the good work. I know, being in New York, you have you know, that whole industry out there by itself to deal with. Well, being here in New York,
Yeah,
sorry,
right.
and I only realized that recently that
Yeah,
there's like a whole new world up here
it is,
going
brother.
on.
It
Yes.
is. Yeah,
And
sure.
yeah, man, and seeing you, Ranjeev, as one of the guys on the forefront up there, it's really good. And seeing the business side of you as well, doing events and everything like that, I'm very proud of you, I have to say.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So,
And you
Ravi,
know where we
right?
came from, so you know how far we've come
Yeah.
from then to now. So, but sorry,
Ra-
Shameeza, go ahead.
no, I'm so sorry, guys, to interrupt. But speaking of New York, I didn't want to miss this question. I see you have been enjoying New York.
Hmm.
What is your favorite place to shoot your videos?
A favorite place to shoot the videos. It all
Yes.
depends on what we want to do and the and what the product is. But I love Manhattan.
Yes.
I could shoot videos every day in Manhattan. Like, there's so much things to do there, so much things to see. Um, I love Manhattan. I could go Manhattan every day, just not to shoot videos, just to walk.
Well, yeah.
I see you've been visiting this place, Sona.
Yeah.
What is it?
It is.
Sona.
Sona.
Yeah.
Sona
Yeah.
is Priyanka Chopra's restaurant in New
No
York,
way.
and
Yeah.
her food is delicious.
Oh.
It's
Mm.
sort of it's like India. It's food from India, like mixed with American, and the seasoning and everything was really,
Wow.
really, really good. And
I
it's a
gotta check
very
it out.
popular Indian restaurant in New York. Well, obviously because of Priyanka Chopra,
Right.
and
Yes.
Well,
her
that's the
clothes.
closest I'll ever get. So I might as well just go to the restaurant. You know.
Yeah, come
Yeah.
Yeah.
on, you live in New York. You should be
Yeah,
going there.
Ranjit, you should definitely visit. I will
It's
definitely visit this
Yeah.
you
summer.
should, you should.
I
The food was really good.
I'm
Yeah.
happy that Ravi told us that the food is good because a
Hmm.
lot of times, we go for the name and then, you're
Mhm.
disappointed because the food is
Yeah,
not that great. So,
that's the thing. I'm a big fan of food, but strange enough, I really don't like in India's. Like, I'll eat it, but it's not one of my favorites. Like
Likewise. Yeah.
mhm,
the naan and all those things.
yeah,
Like, I was not really a big fan, but like that restaurant was really good. It was really, really good. The salmon and everything was great.
great.
Nice.
Perfect. I hope you're warmed up because we're
Mhm.
waiting for your
Oh,
voice.
that's so amazing.
Yeah, yeah, of
Who you
course.
thought you was gonna get away tonight?
Yeah,
Not
you're gonna
tonight.
I still don't figure that out.
That's right. I can't get you on the phone, but I'll get you here tonight, so you're gonna sing tonight.
Right. So I'm gonna just keep a little thing from my phone here. Right? So let's
Go ahead,
look
my
at
man. Do your thing.
ये रातें अब नहीं धड़कती दिन भी सांस नहीं लेते अब तो um, आ जाओ मेरे सोनिया तेरे बिन नहीं लागे जिया तेरे बिन अब तो आजा पिया तेरे बिन नहीं लागे जिया bro.
Ah, what are you saying?
wow.
So Rob, I see like in a studio setting. Do you have your studio? This is where you brainstorm all your new ideas. Where you
Oh
sit
no,
down
actually, in a studio session right now. But I really wanted to be on the program with you guys. So
Oh, okay,
we
okay.
we, we took a pizza break, and
Nice.
So just I could have this conversation with you guys. Long overdue.
Wow, very nice.
Wow, thank you so much. I feel a little bit special here. How
Well,
how
you
about
are
you,
You are
Ranjeev?
special. You are
you
special.
are special, Shameeza. You are special.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Very
Now
kind thing, I like
I'm gonna start blushing. There's a reason. So I want to do this very quickly with you, Ravi.
Mhm.
We play a little game here on Get Real with Shameeza. It's a fun little game. It's called 6 questions in 60. So basically what it is, it's we ask you 6 questions, we put a timer on, and we give you 60 seconds to answer your questions.
Okay, there we go. Shoot.
All right. So are you
No
ready?
hard questions, huh?
Are you ready for this?
I'll try my best.
Okay, perfect. Here, I'm going to start the timer. 60 seconds on the clock. What is your favorite genre of music?
Wow. Pop music.
Pop music. What is your favorite alcoholic beverage?
Alcoholic beverage. I like wine and white oak.
Noted. Can you name a country that starts with the letter R?
Romania.
Perfect. What is your biggest pet peeve?
Oh my God.
Come
I
on.
have a problem with maxi drivers on the main road in Trinidad when they just stop in front of you to pick up passengers and they block the whole road because they don't want a maxi pad and you back to overtake them and get the passengers ahead.
Great.
I have a problem with that.
Who's your favorite Bollywood singer?
Bollywood singer Kumar Sanu and presently Arijit.
Good. What is your favorite musical instrument? 5 seconds.
Keyboards, drums.
Yay.
I
You
got
did
all.
it.
I did it.
Yes.
Oh, cool. So everybody will maxi see there.
That was like a whole story, dog.
Ranjeev, what are you laughing about?
The Maxi story.
Oh,
you
there's a
don't
story.
understand. Yeah, that is an actual whole life story of Maxis in Trinidad and Tobago.
That
That's
could
what
be
they
a
do.
whole.
The
That could be a
minibus.
whole program by itself. A
Yeah.
whole
It
conversation.
looks like we're gonna have to do another show to tell that story.
Trust
Yeah,
me,
definitely.
that's a story by itself.
At this time, Ravi, I do want to take a few questions. We do have questions from our viewers, and I do want to take those questions. So let's go to the questions from the viewers. I have Tausif, who is asking, do you write your own music every time? And who would you say is your biggest mentor?
Yes, I write most of my music, or at least start the idea and get writers involved. What was the next one? What is my
Who's
biggest
your biggest
motivation?
mentor?
Oh, my biggest mentor. Wow. I have a lot, but I'll go with Michael Jackson
Michael. Wow.
because of production and everything like that. This guy is phenomenal. The stuff that he did back in 1988, we're
Yeah.
still trying to do that right now. If you know what I mean, you know.
I
So
know.
it's like crazy.
Yeah.
Big mentor.
I have Sita from Guyana. She's asking, where do you get your inspiration for your songs from?
Society. I have to say
Society.
that because a lot of people always they would ask me, why do I only sing rum songs? But I just want to remind everyone, I don't only sing rum songs. I do an average of 15 songs per year, and out of those 15 songs, 1 or 2 might be a rum song, which happens to click with society. So it's really on society and not me. So yeah, I get my inspiration on what I see, what is happening, what is evolving around us, and society.
Perfect. And what do you enjoy most about being a musician?
A lot of things like traveling, getting the opportunity to arrange music together with some very talented people, working with different musicians.
Food.
Just the fact of live music, I just like. There's nothing like live music, and nothing like live
Yeah.
music. It's just like
You're absolutely right, bro.
syncing all instruments together. It's amazing.
I think Ranjeev was expecting something like food you like to eat.
I was gonna throw food in there.
Music or no music, we love food, you know.
And then
For
another
sure.
question that came in is, if you can change anything from the music industry, what would it be?
Um,
Mm.
Interesting question. What would I
Mhm.
change? I think I would try to change the mindset of um some of the leaders in the industry. When I say leaders, I mean like those who have the experience, and this starts with the heads, like the government of Trinidad and Tobago, and of course some of the artists and the more experienced one that would the chutney soca elders, so to speak, and the one like I'm like the ones with the experience, like if they could try to come together to coach the younger generation, coach those that have to come,
Mhm.
and I say the government because I've been I really don't really like to get into politics, but I really I always try to have a conversation about the government opening a teaching school for musicians, an academy, so to speak, to help the younger generation who is interested in our genre of music and wants to be part of it, but they they get lost because we don't have the guidance and the people to really teach us how to write properly, how to record properly, how to have the swag, so to speak, how you control the social media and how you post stuff, the things you post, the things you don't post, the way you come up with ideas, how you interact with your fans, things like that, you know. I wish I had the money to actually open the academy to like start something great like that, not only for Trinidad but the entire Caribbean, because music is a very big part of the Caribbean and especially Trinidad and Tobago. And I actually am a bit upset at times when I see that the younger generations are so motivated to get out there and they see what we do and they're inspired by it. They are inspired by it. And when they try their hand, they have no help, no one guiding them, no one telling them the truth, no one telling them that, yo, you're doing it wrong, or check the pronunciation of your words, or check the mix, the mix is wrong, or the master, things like that, I know everyone will, a lot of the younger generation, because they are not guided properly. I'm not saying everyone, there's some really good new stars coming out as well. But for those of them who is so inspired and they want to do it and they have the talent, but they can never get it right because they're not being guided properly. Like I wish I could really reach out to them and help them. And because we have to cater for the younger generation to come. If
Mhm.
we don't do that now, our music will be lost.
Mhm.
And that is something that I always would like to see the older generation, and of course the government and the heads
Yeah.
could really put into into place, because culture, music and culture is a big part of Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean as well. And if that is lost, we will lose a lot. So
Yes, I will agree with you. You know, Ravi, one of the things that I wanted to share with you is when I was starting this show, I had a
mm-hmm,
great conversation with someone that's with us here tonight. I'm not really going to call names, but he said to me, I said to him, listen, I've done my research on what is available here in our, what we do here in New York, and what we have for our community. And I see a lot of people still playing these music videos and that kind of stuff. And, I want to be different. If I'm going to play music on my show, it had to be talents. It had to be people who really have a talent, and my people, right? Our community. And that guy said to me, that guy is Ranjeev. He said, Shameeza, music is universal. We can't take that away.
mm-hmm,
I think it's important and you should have it in your show. So I took his advice and I said, if I'm going to have it, I'm going to promote my talents, my own people. And so I'm happy I took his advice. And here I am today having people like you here on Get Real with Shameeza, because I see comments from people like Patricia, who says would like to see a collab with Ranjeev and Ravi B and Sunita.
Ravi stickler.
Or I think she meant Savita. These are all guys that I've had on the show, and I'm truly blessed to have you guys. And I'm truly, truly happy that I took Ranjiv's advice that day that he said, music is universal, Shamiza, you should have it. And here I am, and so happy that I did. Thank you, Ranjiv.
Congrats to you
Yeah.
for putting
Yes.
this together, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good call, Ranjeev. And I'm glad you took the initiative to have the artists as well, because as like I said earlier on, music is a very important part of everyone's lives and
Course.
culture to be remembered. And
Yeah. I know. I remember, Rob, in some of my unhappier times, where I may have been, thinking about something. Music got me through it. Specifically when I was in the military and I was abroad. I was on a ship. I was in the middle of the ocean somewhere. Music was the only thing that helped me get through it and keep me sane. So
I could imagine,
yeah,
because you
bro,
being a musician, yeah,
I
music is something that really helps me too when I'm having a downtime as well.
most definitely.
Thank you so much, Ravi. I have a quick question for you. Now,
Mhm.
you have released a lot of music recently, and I know you're very busy. Can you
Mhm.
walk me through a regular day in the life of Ravi B?
Um, well, a regular day pre-COVID
PC,
for me
PC,
is
PC.
like um
Breakfast, eating,
in details. Well, usually
Food, food.
yeah. I honestly don't eat breakfast. I always miss breakfast. I'm not a morning person unless I have to be.
right?
Meaning that if I have a session or interview or have an event or whatever it might be, but I'm not a morning person. So my day would usually start around 1, 2, but I go till 5, 6 in the morning, regardless if I have anything to do or nothing at all to do. Um, so that is my hours of being awake, and during that time, I will always try to go to the gym, spend some quality time with my family, uh, focus on my music. Always try to find something to improve myself, like reading or just educating myself about something. I try to spend at least an hour every day on social media, um, trying to reach out to the fans and meet them and whatnot, and trying to answer some of my WhatsApp, because
Mm, mm,
you know how WhatsApp could be, Ranjiv. When you
mm.
wake up
I
and you check
know.
your WhatsApp, it's like a whole set of messages, and by the
You're
time you
trying.
reach the tenth message and you respond to the 10th one, it's like, oh God,
Yeah.
I didn't,
Must search my
you know.
name and just see the last message I sent.
Uh,
I'm
and of
joking.
course, we travel a lot, so a lot of days we spend traveling. Sometimes we spend a whole day traveling, depending on where we're going. Um, and when I travel, one of the things I really love doing is sightseeing. I love sceneries. I love capturing that moment, because a little bit of advice, like, I want to do those things now. I don't want to wait till I get old and I can't walk for miles just to see a mountain. I want to do those things now. So that is what I usually do. Like, I try to spend a lot of time sightseeing, and I love movies. Every time I have free time, I would look at movies. But I also spend a lot of time in studio. I put in a lot of work, just like next mentor of mine, like Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. They would put in a lot of work into their craft, and it's some advice that, when they say put in the work, it could mean different things too. Like, we as musicians could put in a lot of work. Like, as much as it is right now, I am still trying to learn to sing and develop different techniques in singing, or putting it on a track, or coming up with ideas, creating songs to shelf, or so to speak. And
Wow.
I did.
Rav, as we always say, we are always going to be students of music, no matter what level you're at. We are always students of music,
Yeah, definitely. When I hear people like Nival Chital and them singing, it's like, oh
bro.
shucks.
Yeah, why doing?
I really think to learn.
I just gonna unpromote show. That is it.
Naval was on last week, and I have to say, Naval, he's just a natural, right? The guy is just amazing.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
know,
Nival
it's
Chital
like
has been singing since like 4 years old. Turn up and that he
Yeah.
had it going from day one. So
I know.
he really evolved, as a person, and as a singer. I always tell people this when they ask me who's the best Bollywood singer in the Caribbean, and I will always say Nival is the best of us.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Wow,
Mhm.
Ravi, that it takes a lot for you, who is considered one of the best in the industry, to say something like that. So if Naval is watching us right now, Naval, you heard it here. I also had Ki on the show recently, and Ki basically said the same thing. So
Oh, really? Oh, I see. You see, yeah, because it's fact. I mean,
yeah,
Nival.
there has to be some truth to it. So
There's a lot of Bollywood singers now, but what
Sure,
really
sure.
gives Nival the edge is that he has classical under his belt too. He could sing opera, he could sing soca, pop,
mhm.
everything, and classical Indian music as well. And that is quite an achievement. And if anybody have to represent, would definitely be Nival. I always say Nival is the best. To the rest of the other singers, all please forgive me for saying that, but I just like to give credit where credit is due now.
For sure.
And
Yeah.
Nival is one of the best, if not the best, in all of
Well,
us.
Ravi, some of our viewers will disagree. They do want to see you. They want to see Ranjeev. Ranjeev was one of our
Mhm.
first ever musical guests on Get Real with Shameeza. He
Yeah, yeah.
entertained us for a Mother's Day, and everyone truly loved him. So,
Of course.
Naval, Ravi, Ki, Ranjeev, Savita. I still get so many messages about Savita. Guys,
Mhm.
you're all amazing in your own way, and I
Ah,
truly am blessed to have each and every one of you.
that is it. That
That's
is it.
that is the
Exactly.
Yeah.
line.
I think we are all unique in our own way.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, Ranjiv could hold on mic and mash up the crowd too with our Bollywood, and then come back and sing a chutney, and then Kia could come and do his thing, and then
Yes.
Nival could do his thing, and you're right. I think that we have been in situations of experience where Nival and I might be on the same show, but we do our unique things and we generate the energies from the crowd in our own way.
Yes. I have Patricia Singh here who says, can kindly Ravi, can you do a shout out to Anna Lochan, my
Hey
sister
Anna
from a different
Luchan,
mother?
hey Anna Luchan, what's up? I hope all is well, and thank you for being here. And love all the way.
Yeah, love definitely. Ravi, what is next for you? What
What
can
is
we
next?
expect next? I know you said that you have a new song coming out. I know you have quite a few shows here in New York that most of our viewers should be attending,
Mhm.
right? They will be
Yeah,
attending.
on the
We're
on
not
the
going to say
31st.
should, will be attending. What is
Yeah.
next for you?
Um, yeah, I have a lot of things going on right now in terms of production.
Mhm.
Um, the next thing on my agenda right now is the dinner medley part 2. It's
Mhm.
actually I did the new songs, and then
Yes.
so the part 2 is the old songs. So I'm going to do
Mhm.
songs like the Kishore Kumar and the Muhammad Rafi and all those things. It's already finished. It's completed. We are in the finishing stages of the music video for it. And
Yes.
so I was kind of hoping to release that Friday, but we got stood up with some of we had some technical problems with the venue today where we went to shoot, and we were trying to capture a scenery to the back of us, but there was so much fog, it
Mhm.
just wasn't working out for us, so we had to cancel that today. So things happen, but that's what I'm on right now. We're looking forward to. And of course, in terms of events, the 31st of July, we'll be at Amazura nightclub for Chutney Wheel.
I think Ranjeev and I will both be there.
Yeah, you
Yes.
guys should come. It's gonna be fun.
Here we go. This
Yeah.
is the show, guys, that you don't want to miss.
Bye.
Again, block
Ravi
out there.
B, Raymond Ramnaran, Prince JP.
Terry
They're
Gadrad.
all going to be there. Terry, who will be on one of our upcoming shows in the next few weeks.
Yes.
Super excited about this, guys. I will be there. Ranjeev will be there, and your Ravi will be there.
And of course, we just added DJ Anna and Ultra Simo.
I saw
They will
that.
they will be performing with me, so we
Yes.
can look out for that. That special
Wow.
presentation. It's gonna be awesome.
Perfect. Before you go, Ravi, I know you have to go, but
Mhm.
give us a little bit of something. Anything. Give us a little bit of your voice. The music voice.
Gana
Oh,
gawe, kunga kana gawe. Sab parivar kuchud manawe, sab parivar kuchud manawe, kunga gana gawe, kunga kana gawe.
yes.
Very
Hey,
nice.
also I want to give you a little bit of me as well. I just want you all to please be safe out there. And I was listening to Doc who was right before us, and
Dr. Aziz.
Dr. Aziz.
I know he's talking about the Delta variant, that we are safe with the Pfizer and the Moderna and whatnot. But I still would like you all to please be careful and protect yourself. Wear a mask. I started back wearing my mask. If there's a lot of people around. Also, just please be safe out there. Whether you're locked in from Trinidad or Guyana, Suriname, wherever you might be, even here in New York City, just please be safe and be alert. Alert yourself about the Delta variant. It is here. I'm not trying to scare anyone, but I really think we should be cautious this time
Sure.
and protect ourselves. We don't want to end up like what happened in India with that same strain of the virus. So let's all try and protect our loved ones, ourselves. And for those of you who are not vaccinated yet, please try and get vaccinated and be a hero and protect your loved ones and the people that surrounds you.
For sure.
Wow. Ranjeev, final question or comments to Ravi?
Just a comment. Again, thank you, Ravi, for being one of the guys that pretty much I could say 99% of the industry looks up to. Thank you for always doing great music for us to listen to.
Hey, anytime, man.
I
I always try my best.
I cover a lot of your songs as well. So with that being said, I wish you nothing but the best. I'm looking forward to all the upcoming music. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the 31st. Hopefully we could have a conversation before that. But
Yeah, for
if
sure.
not,
Man.
I'll see you on the 31st for sure, brother. God blessings to you and your family. Please say hi to your mom for me.
I will, definitely.
Ravi, it was truly an honor to have you join us this evening. Stay blessed and keep up the
honor was
great
mine.
work.
The honor was mine.
You're welcome to come. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation. It was really refreshing. I like to talk to you, so I was glad to have people to talk to, you know.
Well, the feedback that I've gotten is that it's very soothing to be here with us. You're not doing too much craziness. You're just in a relaxing environment where you can just, be yourself. And that's what Get Real with Shameeza is about. It's about telling stories, right? Who you are. People see Ravi B and they see your music, but they truly don't know you, and they get to see a side of you here tonight that they probably have never experienced. So thank you, and you're welcome to come back at any time here and share with us any new music projects, events that you have. You're welcome at any time.
Sure, man. Thank you. It will always be a privilege for me to be on this platform. And guys, thank you so much for inviting me. And looking forward to sharing some more stuff with you guys.
Sure.
Great. Anytime, Ravi.
Yeah, man, definitely. But one thing before I go,
Yes.
Shameeza, I need you to say Bodo.
Buddha.
No. Bodo.
No.
Buddha.
Yeah,
Nice.
we go. Nice.
Buddha.
Wait,
Bodo.
Buddha.
I thought it was Pilau.
Buddha.
But
Wow. I have to work on that.
yeah,
I'll
please.
work on it,
on
Ravi, and I will join you on the
31st.
31st of July at the show. And hopefully when I meet you there, I can be better at it.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a
We'll
promise from me to you.
Nice. All right, guys.
Ranjeev,
have a good night.
Well, Ranjeev will help me with it, but
Yeah,
it's a work in progress here for us.
Okay, no problems. Well,
Take
have a
care.
good night and be
Yes.
safe. Everyone locked on. Have a great night ahead, and God bless each and every one of you. Take care, guys.
Take
Bodo.
care, Ravi.
Bodo.
Say that again, Ranjeev.
Bodo.
Buddha.
No.
Badao.
No, you have to say Bodo.
Bodo.
Bodo. Bodo.
Bodo.
Yeah, Bodo. Like
Bodo.
with a W at the end. Bodo.
That's what I was trying to do, Rajiv.
You could do it. Bodo.
Buddha. Buddha. We'll work. Listen, we'll work on
We'll have a
it,
class.
guys.
We'll have a class on the Bodo.
We'll work on it. We'll work on it. And Ranjeev, I know
Shameeza.
you have some upcoming things
I do. I have tons of upcoming things.
here to share. Any of it with us?
Brand new music coming out. It was supposed to be out already, but due to myself not feeling too well, I had to postpone video shoots, postpone the actual recordings and things like that. So added a couple other songs to the list. So I have that. August 7th, catch me in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I will be there alongside KI, alongside Rupal Gildari, and one other surprise guest artist. August 14th, you can catch me in Minnesota for Guyana Day. And after that, we're at Amazura on the 21st for Chutney Wine, the Gotcha Back Foundation with Buddy Singh and that group.
Yes.
And then we have some other stuff that we're working through right now, but up to the 21st, that's what we have so far. Brand new music
Great.
coming out very soon.
So hopefully you can come back when
Yeah.
you have
As
everything
a guest.
fully up to. You'll come back in as a guest host
Gotcha.
and you will share with us because we're looking forward. Looks like all of our viewers here are looking forward to having you again. Christine says coming to Florida to support my dear friend Rup.
Rupaji. Yes.
Yes. So so excited. Christine just joined us and she mentioned something that I failed to mention.
What's that?
Heartbreaker.
Oh, stop! Don't say that. That is old school. That's like so 2019 BC.
Oh, that was about 2 years ago. Okay. Okay,
It was a
before
little more
COVID.
than that. I would
I'm,
say
I'm
it's
catching
been
I'm
about
I'm
5 years.
catching I'm catching on to these terms that you're
Okay.
using here tonight,
BC, yeah,
Ranjeev.
before
So
COVID.
next week I'm excited to bring you a story of courage,
Mhm.
determination, and survival. She is admired and loved by her peers and family. She is the current Miss New Jersey. Adriana Acosta, Miss New Jersey Worldwide, will be joining us. I'm very excited about that, Ranjeev.
Yes, I am too. I am too. Um,
Can you
w-
please go ahead?
no, go ahead. What you was gonna say?
No, I was going to ask you to introduce us to our musical guest for next week. Because
So we have a toss up for the musical guest right now. So we're gonna be releasing that flyer probably
oh,
before the end of the night.
okay.
So yeah, we have a toss up right now. So I'm working through that. So please, it's not Shameeza's fault.
Stay tuned.
Yeah,
Stay
and stay
tuned.
tuned.
Stay
Yeah.
tuned.
But I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to Miss New Jersey. What it's a Miss
Miss New Jersey Worldwide.
Miss
She's the
New
current
Jersey
Miss New
Worldwide. Okay.
Jersey, and she is an amazing. She's not just holding a title of Miss New
Yep.
Jersey. What she has had to overcome to be where she is today is truly inspiring, and I'm
Definitely.
excited for her to share her story here. So that's what's exciting about next week's guest.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Great. So there's a mystery here tonight, guys. We will be releasing our flyer for next week's show soon. We have some great shows that are coming up, and I'm excited. Tonight's show has helped me to understand that eating right is not only to be healthy, but also to fight diseases and viruses. It has also given me a new perspective on the battle against COVID-19,
Mhm.
the vaccine, and ways I can protect myself and my family. I have also learned from Ravi B that hard work and dedication can take you a far way in life,
Sure.
as well as the right music. I hope you're empowered by tonight's guests and their journey and their contribution to our society. Please continue to send your feedback and ideas. Until next time, stay real, stay well. Good night. Good night to you, Ranjeev. Good night.
Good night,
Bye bye.
everyone. Have a good night.